Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today marks a historic moment for CEA and the Columbus community. CEA educators are on strike today to fight for the school Columbus students deserve. In just the last few hours, parents have delivered coffee and water to the picket lines. Students have visited to say hello and offer hugs. Thank you. Over 300 community members have stood shoulder to shoulder with us as we began this first day of our strike. Your kind words and support mean the world to us. We're in this for you, Columbus. This strike is an investment in the future of our city, and we will continue fighting until we have safe, properly maintained, and fully resourced schools in every neighborhood. CEA is also very appreciative of the support we have received from our state and national affiliates, the Ohio Education Association and the National Education Association. OEA President Scott DeMario and NEA Vice President Princess Moss are here with us now and will be joining President Caniglio at several of our picket lines today in support of our members. We know the board will meet tonight at 8 p.m. We hope our supporters will join us as CEA rallies beginning at 7 p.m. in the Park and Ride lot located at 3773 South High Street.
Between now and then, is the CEA reaching out to the board to get these?
We never stop reaching out to the board.
Will they reach out from now till then, though?
Will they reach out is up to them. We will continue to reach out. We want this done. Okay. We want to be in the classroom with our.
Who's reaching? I don't. Who's reaching out?
We are reaching out. Okay. We've made calls. We've sent emails. We contacted the federal mediator. We want to negotiate. We need to get them to the table so that we can get this done. We want to be in the classroom with our students.
Yes. I just want to make sure somebody's actually reaching out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
In their public statements, the school board has said that their latest final offer meets many of the demands by the CEA and satisfies a number of the conditions. What's your comment to that?
What the Columbus Board of Education is not saying is that they don't want to be held accountable to fix the schools that Columbus students deserve. Right. If they are going to hold us accountable, they need to be accountable as well.
The district has told us that there are 3 schools that don't have working HVAC or improvements in them, and that 2 of them are because supply chain issues are being worked on, and Mifflin is getting taken care of through a rebuild. Why is that not enough?
Having supplies in the building is not the same as having these systems functioning and ready to go for our students. You can say they're in the buildings, but they're not functioning. And we need guarantees not only that they will be functioning, but when. We understand that these things take time, but they need to come through with accountability to let our students, our parents know that they are actually going to fix these schools.
If they came through on that one issue, the HVAC, if they outlined a timeline for this to be done, X, Y, and Z, building by building, is that enough to get kids in the timeline?
I would say that's a starting point. We want to finish this negotiation process and get the schools that Columbus students deserve.
Is pay still part of the sticking point?
I think, we made some movements, and we're proud of the movements that we made, both economic and non-economic, but there's still room to go. That's why we want to get back at the table to make sure that everyone is accounted for, and especially our students are taken care of.
What was the final count of last night's vote? Not percentage, but the final count.
I don't know the percentage of numbers. I don't have that number for you. We had 94% on both votes.
So what has the district's response been in terms of your efforts to reach out and get back to the negotiating?
The district has not responded to us directly as of today.
Has the district reached out to you today?
No.
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 Are you aware of whether or not the the school board's remote learning system is up and running. Do you know if any parents have received notices or links?
That's the Columbus City Schools problem. We're not in agreement with any alternative plan that is in substitution of the experience and the expertise of the people behind me. There is no substitution for good and great teachers.
Do you have any numbers of how many teachers are striking today versus how many teachers are being pressed?
I do not have those numbers.
And obviously, the voices of teachers are just a pretty important part of the story of what's going on today. I'm just curious, talking to teachers on the picket line, they've mentioned they're not allowed to speak to the media. I'm just curious about, the thought process behind why you all decided to do that.
I was selected collectively by our members to represent us as one voice. Everyone is in agreement of that. And I feel like I've done a good job with that.
What's your message to the parents who have to make a tough decision now about whether to send their kids back to school with remote learning, substitute teachers, or potentially keep them home in risk minimize?
We respect their decisions no matter what decision they make. We understand that parents are in a difficult space right now, but we also want them to understand that we are doing this for the students of Columbus, and that we truly are making this sacrifice because we want the schools that Columbus students deserve.
There have been some comments online on various posts that we have done through Facebook and Channel 6 with people going on and making comments that the parents, if they were to open their Chromebook and sign in their kid on Wednesday, should there be online learning on Wednesday, that's the equivalent of crossing the picket line. Would you make that comparison?
Again, our parents can make the best decision for their child that they feel is right. We are not going to judge them in any way should they decide to attend school or not attend school. We always want to encourage education to continue moving on. However, we understand that, these substitutes that they supposedly have, these alternative plans that they supposedly have, are no substitute for the expertise and the high level of education of Columbus educators.
Did John say yes? Was that a yes to leave it open across the line?
No, I didn't say yes.
I didn't hear you.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
So, but we respect the parents' decision, always, right?
I just want to make sure I heard.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Regina, there are those schools that already started. Woodcrest. Did the teachers not report to school this morning?
To my knowledge, Woodcrest, the members of Woodcrest are participating in the strike as of today, just like every other school.
Prior to the expiration of the most recent contract, which ended last night, would there have been an opportunity to have extended the previous contract in order to accommodate ongoing negotiations in lieu of a new contract temporarily?
Of that, I am not sure. I know that there were enough changes and proposals that we had and brought to the table that, were good enough in progressing this situation along, and therefore, a new contract is probably the best situation.
Following up on the question about crossing the picket line, we've heard 94% of the members voted to approve this strike. So the other 6%, what's the expectation for those members? Do you guys expect they will return to school? What role are they playing?
I can't speak for those that weren't, that did not vote for the strike. It doesn't necessarily mean that those people aren't joining us in solidarity. I don't have those numbers. We are going to continue to support and lift up our members, whatever choice they make, and hopefully encourage them to continue fighting for the schools that Columbus students deserve.
What about the physical facility workers at the schools? Are they obligated to show up to work, and do you have any relationship?
Those members are under OPSI, and we do have the OPSI president here with us today. They are standing with us in solidarity, and they have to report to work because their contract is complete, but they do stand with us in solidarity as much as they can.
I'm just curious, are there any updates on the Project Connect situation that you all had filed the letter?
I do not have knowledge of that right now, but when that does come up, I'll make sure I let you know. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Good morning.